goes back to Godhead. Purple by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The word of Yakritam is very significant in this verse. The same meaning is stated in Bhagavad Gita. In the word Sanatana, this material world is Vyakrita, or subject to changes, or subject to changes, and it finally dissolves. But after the dissolution of this material world, the manifestation of the spiritual world, the Sanatana Dharma remains. That spiritual sky is called Avyakrita, that which does not change. And there, the Supreme Personality of Godhead resides, when after ruling over the material universe, under the influence of time element, Lord Brahma desires to dissolve it and enter into the kingdom of God. Others then enter with him. Om Vajnana Timirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Shakshu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Shri Basadi Gauda Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My spiritual masters kindly forced open my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I have my humble obeisances unto such a spiritual master. In this verse, it's talking about Brahma. And I'll just read the translation one more time so you get to know it a bit more. After experiencing the inhabitable time of the three modes of material nature, known as the two paradas, Lord Brahma closes the material universe, which is covered by layers of earth, water, air, fire, ether, mind, ego, etc., and goes back to Godhead. I was talking with KG Krishnagracha yesterday, and we came back from the loft. We were cooking at the loft, and I asked him what should I talk about in my class tomorrow, and he said glorify Brahma, because the verse is talking about Brahma and why is Brahma glorifiable, and because he's a devotee, and to glorify the devotees pleases Krishna. And Brahma is a very good role model for all of us, because in this verse it's stated that, even though he has such a long lifetime, millions and millions and millions times longer than ours, he knows it's not his home, and he's in Brahmaloka, and things are probably so effulgent there, but he knows that this material world, this material time, it's not his real home, and he desires to go back to Godhead, because Lord Brahma is part of the parampara, so he is a devotee. So we all need good role models in our life, someone to look up to, and someone who we are inspired to be like, with their devotion and with just any skill really. Like I asked my guru, Bhai Krishna Maharaj, who's the best role model for a Vaishnav? And he said Ram. Ram is the best model for a Vaishnav because of his sense of duty, and he was dutiful to Sita and his devotees. And we should look up to people like Srila Prabhupada and people on this planet as well. That's very important because we need to have relationships in life. That's what the loft is for, to develop relationships with people so people can advance and take up the process of Krishna consciousness. Because they have so many amazing Vaishnavas volunteering at the loft and serving Devanamrita Swami's mission and Prabhupada's mission, Lord Chaitanya's mission, by cultivating new devotees and by developing relationships with these people. The people have a chance to advance. I often have discussions with people at the loft talking about these topics, not specifically this verse, but I talk about the three modes, and it really amazes them. And they can learn something, and they can teach me something as well, because they are qualified. Well, not all of them, but lots of them are qualified because they're coming to the loft, and I meet lots of people who've been to university, PhDs, and every time I have a conversation with them, I keep in mind I want to learn something, I want to get something out of this conversation, and also teach them something. And every single time I have a conversation with them, I learn something amazing. And we should always keep this in mind, we should always be eager to learn things. We should have role models. Someone to take shelter of. That's why we have gurus, Entourage Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you for listening. Hare Krishna.